Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with Oh my gosh, that got so tongue-tied up. Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. Sagittarius, you are up for the October Love Energy reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, so I guess we need to get started. I can tell you that your general reading is already up for October. Obviously, this is the love reading. Whatever reading you listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. All right, and also hopefully next weekend the money readings will be up for October as well. All right, now I'll start with the erotic oracle deck and pull a card from that, and then we'll go into the tarot. May I have the energy for Sagittarius for October? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for October? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for October? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? I'm going to take that. Let's see what this is. All right, so number 19. This might be, that number might be of significance to you, the number 19. And it says, the promise of unending love. The promise of unending love. Okay, for the promise of unending love. Let's go ahead and dive into that. Let me get my book. And it looks like this is affiliated with Gemini energy as well. Moon and Gemini energy. Didn't we just... Wait a second. Hold on. What? When was that? We have Aries... Hold on. We have a full moon in Aries in October. So it'll be a full moon in Taurus in November. And then it will be a full moon in Gemini in December. So there may be something of significance in December. And also December is Sagittarius season. So some of you might be meeting someone around your birthday if you haven't already. If you haven't met someone already, somebody might be meeting them around their birthday. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's see. All right, number 19. We can find it here. Okay, here we go. Bear with me as I read this because the lighting is, yeah. It says, I welcomed a love that would bring me my death. I gave myself gladly, all of myself, because that love was bound to take all of my life until the last breath. Romeo and... I was thinking this was Romeo and Juliet energy. Romeo and Juliet was on my mind when I was looking at this, and it was like unending love. And I was like, why is this giving me Romeo and Juliet vibes? That's what I was saying in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. That is too crazy. Okay, so it says Romeo and Juliet is a story of an immature love, a love that could not detach itself from death, a love that never learned how to compromise, how to think, a love that thrived on drama as much as it thrived on kisses. But a love that has no Romeo and Juliet within is just an arranged love of convenience, empty words and used gestures. A love is a promise that has no end. It may end, of course, but as long as there is love, one cannot see the end. And once one can see the end, love is gone. That was deep. So with that, and this is what I'm hearing in my head, I heard mean what you say. That's what I mean, what you say, and also say what you mean. That's what I heard. But not just for you, but for the person that you're dealing with. If someone is saying that they love you, as the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. Someone can say they love you all day long. They can promise you, but will they deliver on that promise? Now, if you end up meeting this person, if you haven't already, then obviously you're going to have to hold them accountable. And usually Sagittarius is pretty good with that. Sagittarius is pretty good about holding people accountable. So, yeah, but this love could last a very long time. And of course, you know, it's all going to depend on the person and everything else. But that's what this is talking about. That if people are making promises, they have to deliver. If they don't deliver, then it's not really love. It's just, I heard in love with love. Some people are in love with being in love versus in love with the person. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. May I have the energy for Sagittarius for October? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for October? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? What is it that Sagittarius needs to hear? May I have the energy for Sagittarius for October? May I have some cards, please? Thank you. Woo! That almost went off the table. May I have some more cards, please? Okay, those were a lot. I'm not taking all of those. I'm going to take these. I'm going to put these back in here. Keep this one to the side. May I have some cards, please? Thank you. Okay, yeah, those I will take. Because that's not too many. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh. Oh. Wow. This is... I was getting nervous. I was like, are you kidding me? Check this out. This is... What's at the bottom? Man. Okay, check this out. The star. First card. So this is Aquarius energy. Is what this is. This can be about faith, hope, healing. That song is playing through my head by Jennifer Lopez now. Never Give Up on Love. If you ever get a chance, listen to that song if you haven't heard it. Some of you might be in this Jennifer Lopez energy. Because if you know one thing about her, she does not give up on love. That woman is like, okay, this marriage didn't work out. I'm going to find somebody else. So, yeah, and that song that she did, I honestly feel like she was just talking about herself. But yeah, some of you are in this never going to give up on love energy where you've had bad experiences before, but you're like, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I have faith. I have hope. My wish is going to come true. That's the star energy that I'm getting. Something will come in for you because the next card is the Wheel of Fortune. So we have two major arcanas already. So we have the star and we have the Wheel of Fortune is what we have. So that is something turning in your favor. Now, this is the crazy thing. Following the Wheel of Fortune is the Tower. And I thought a Romeo and Juliet again is what I thought of. But it's where something is not working. And it has to be rebuilt. The foundation is not steady. I'm going back to this card about a promise of never-ending love or unending love. And I feel for some of you, you may already be with someone where promises were made and they didn't hold up those promises. and now you're holding them accountable, and it's creating this tower moment. And you're either rebuilding on your own or you're rebuilding with that person. Honestly, I'm leaning more towards you're rebuilding with that person because you're holding them accountable. You're not saying that, okay, we're just going to end this. You're saying, hey, these are the changes that need to be made to make this relationship work. I honestly feel that there may have been an issue too with secrets because Seven of Feathers, which is swords, the Seven of Swords is here. So there may have been some type of deception or some type of something was done in secret where they may not have lied, but they just didn't give all the information. And that created issues within the relationship, which for some of you could have created a tower moment. Now, another energy that I picked up is that with this star and Wheel of Fortune, and if you find yourself dealing with someone where it's really strong love, there may be someone on the outside that sees that and doesn't like it. And they may do something to try and bring the relationship down. Now, obviously, this is not going to apply for everyone. I'm just saying that was one of the energies that I picked up. Is that someone might try to sabotage the relationship. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. At the bottom of the deck is the Page of Shells, which is the Page of Cups. And this is saying that there's an offer, there's a message. What's under that? Yep, the Sun is under that. And then under the Sun is the Ace of Cups. So there's happiness found, and this is so weird, where some of you, especially with this picture in the Page of Cups, you might find happiness being by yourself because you see what they're doing in this picture. So for some of you, your happy place might be alone by yourself, satisfying yourself versus dealing with other people. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but that's the energy. But for others of you, this Page of Cups is bringing a message to you about happiness and also about emotional fulfillment, new emotional fulfillment. Also, somebody might be pregnant too, because the Sun is a pregnancy card. And also with the Page being young too, and then with the Ace of Cups, this could be pregnancy energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But what I'm picking up is really, that's what I keep on hearing. That you're holding whoever you're dealing with in a relationship, you're holding them accountable. And you're maintaining that you're not giving up on love if you haven't found love yet. You're remaining hopeful. And because you are, with the Wheel of Fortune, it will come in for you. But regardless of whether you're with someone now or later, I'm getting that you're holding them accountable. It's like, okay, you say you love me, then you need to show that you love me. As a matter, now that song's playing through my head. I don't know if you heard that song by Brownstone. It's like, if you love me, say it. If you want, how to say, if you love me, say it. If you want me, prove it, or something like that. Just listen to the song. It's by Brownstone. It's called If You Love Me. But yeah, that's the song. Anyway, let me get going. That's your message. KIRWKC.com. Main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.